Hey everyone, if you're thinking about buying your first home, you've come to the right place. I'm BreAnne, your local real estate agent here in Middle Georgia. I specialize in helping families and newcomers settle down here, and today we're diving into everything you need to know to make that first home purchase feel a little less daunting and a lot more exciting. This is one of my most favorite things to talk about. It's one of my most favorite things to do, is to help brand new home buyers in this process. Step one, decide if you're ready to buy. That's important, right? So buying a home is literally one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make. So let's start with some basics to see if you're ready. Are you financially stable? Do you have a steady income? And have you been thinking about your future goals? Buying a home is a big commitment, so let's make sure you're ready for it. Ask yourself if you plan to stay in this area for a while. For most people, it takes around 5 to 7 years to build enough equity to cover the cost of buying and selling a home. So if Middle Georgia is where you want to plant roots, you're on the right track. And of course, that's not a given for every situation, but that's just a good rule of thumb. Step 2 is budgeting for your first home. Once you're confident in your decision, let's talk budget. A general rule of thumb is to spend no more than 30% of your monthly income on housing costs, which includes your mortgage, your taxes, and your insurance. Then you'll want to account for a down payment, which is typically 3 to 20% of the home's price. So here in Middle Georgia, the median home price is around $250,000, so that gives you an idea of what to aim for. I also recommend setting aside extra for closing costs, which can add another 2 to 5% to the total. So if you're looking at a $200,000 home, that's about $4,000 to $10,000 for closing. Step 3, understanding your mortgage options. I have another video that goes over all of the mortgage options that you guys can go watch if you want something more in depth. But the most common are conventional loans, FHA loans, and VA loans if you're a veteran. Each has its pros and cons depending on your financial situation. So for example, FHA loans are great if you have a lower credit score or less saved for a down payment, while VA loans are fantastic for eligible veterans and often come with zero down payment. So I recommend chatting with a few lenders to explore the options best tailored to you. Step 4 is finding the right agent. That's important, right? And of course, I'm the one telling you all of this, so maybe go with me, but if not, understand that buying a home is a complex process. So having the right agent by your side can make all the difference. Look for someone who knows the area well, listens to your needs, and will help guide you through each step of the process. So, for example, here in Middle Georgia, I help first-time home buyers navigate from start to finish, making sure they're comfortable every step of the way. I have a really good friend from church. We just went under contract 3 weeks ago on a house. They're moving about 45 minutes away to be closer to family, and it's been such a fun time to help them as their first-time home buyers and just helping them kind of lead and guide them through this process. All right, your next step, your lender will order an appraisal and it will confirm the home's value, which is necessary for your lender. So these steps protect you from any surprises down the line and ensure the home is worth what you're paying. So what happens when it doesn't appraise? Those are some things that we can definitely cross that bridge when we get to it, but if it doesn't appraise, you go back into negotiation with the seller. They either lower the sales price or you agree to come up with that difference in cash. So those are a couple things that happen after that. The appraisal is done because, like I said, you want to make sure that you are paying market value for that, right? So, and your lender wants to make sure, because at the end of the day, they're not going to lend you more money than what the home is worth. So step 6, your home inspection and appraisal. So you put in an offer, it's been accepted, everybody signs, and then you are a bound contract. So then it's time for your home inspection and your appraisal. A home inspection will uncover any issues like plumbing, electrical, or foundation concerns, which is super important for making sure you're buying a sound property. Those are a lot of things that you do not see with the naked eye when you do the tour. So during your due diligence period, you are doing the inspection. I also send you a graphic for anybody that goes under contract, and it's just a timetable. It talks about when your inspection is. It talks about when your due diligence period ends. It talks about when your financing contingency ends, your appraisal contingency. There's just a lot of little moving pieces that we have to make sure that we are staying on top of things so that we protect you and your earnest money. And step 7, closing the deal. So this is when we get to celebrate, right? Finally, it's time to close. Closing is where you'll sign all the official paperwork, pay the remaining closing costs, and get the keys to your new home. This can be a super emotional moment because it's the end of one journey and the start of another, but it really is a celebration. Sometimes it's an overwhelming process, stressful, but at this closing, you take a deep breath, smile, and just enjoy that milestone, because buying your first home is a journey filled with huge decisions. And I hope this guide has made that path a little clearer. Remember, you don't have to go through it alone. If you're looking to buy here in Middle Georgia, I'd be honored to help you find that perfect place to call home. Thanks so much for watching. I love, love, love helping first-time home buyers in this area. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and do not hesitate to reach out with any questions. You can text me, you can call me, and can't wait to help you on your next adventure.